Well, welcome and good evening, you wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar DA, and I am reading the light novel Berserk of Gluttony, Novel 1. We're on Chapter 3. It's called Skill Study. Upon returning home, I soaked an old rag in underwater to wash my body. I hoped that would be enough to clean me up for going to Hart Manor in 2 days' time. And then I lit a precious candle to examine myself in my fractured mirror. Nothing much had changed. My clothes were still a patchwork mess, and washing myself wasn't going to change that, so I gave up. I rolled onto the bundle of straw I called a bed. I stared up at the ceiling stains left by leaking water, and reflected on what I'd just been through. The day had started with Raphael's brutal notion of self-improvement, but that very night I'd fought bandits with Lady Roxy, and now there was even a chance I could start working for the Hart family. It was like a dream. Then I remembered the metallic voice I'd heard after killing the bandit. It said my stats had increased. It also told me I got new skills: Identify and Telepathy. Laughable? Identify was a rare skill. It gave its user detailed information about things that existed in the world. If I had really acquired it, it would make my life a whole lot easier. Ha ha. I muttered the word identify, and against all my expectations, the following information appeared in the air over my head. Fate Graphite, Level 1. Vitality, 121. Strength, 151. Magic, 101. Spirit, 101. Agility, 131. Skills, Gluttony, Identify, Telepathy. Okay, real quick. I remember it saying Vitality went up by 120, Strength by 150, Magic, Spirit by 100, and Agility by 130. So does that mean that all of my stats, all of them were exactly 1? Are you telling me all my stats were 1? That means my vitality is now 120 times what it was. My strength's 150 times what it was. My magic is 100 times. My spirit's 100 times. My agility went up like 130 times. I'm pretty sure turning Super Saiyan wouldn't grant you this change in strength and ability. It would be like, grandly, base Gohan before he fought Cell, still pretty damn strong. I'm just saying this difference in strength would be the equivalent of base Gohan before he went into the time chamber to SSJ2 Gohan as he beats the shit out of Cell. Like, we're talking that much of a change. That's incredible. Wow. Whoa, what the hell? I exclaimed. Okay, Fate, calm down. I checked my stats first. I'm still technically level 1, though. Okay? I checked my stats. They had always been a clean sweep of 1s across. That's what I was just talking about! That would... Okay, this is awesome. They'd always been a clean sweep of 1s across the board, but now they were all triple digit. With these stats, I could fight low-level monsters. Next skills. I used to have Gluttony and only Gluttony, but now I had Identify and Telepathy too. This is unbelievable. But the fact that I could check my own stats and skills was proof in itself. I now possessed Identify. Wait. If I Identify, I could quit gatekeeping and become an appraiser. They made good money because their skills were highly specialized. What on earth is going on here? All right, calm down. Be practical. I used Identify to more closely examine my other skills. Telepathy. Read the thoughts of those you come in contact with. I had experienced this skill already when Lady Roxy held my hand. I heard her thoughts because the skill had activated. But why was this happening? Hey, we could use Identify in the Gluttony skill to actually know what the hell my damn skill is other than just being hungry all the time. I want ice cream. I racked my brain for an explanation and finally arrived at an answer. It lay in the words the metallic voice had spoken. Gluttony skill activated. Whatever was going on was a result of the Gluttony skill, which I thought to be completely useless. But now I could use Identify to examine Gluttony. damn it! He used identifying gluttony. Gluttony. You are eternally hungry. Well, that wasn't helpful at all! Well, that much I already knew. It was exactly what the appraiser said when they visited my village during my childhood. This meant the gluttony skill contained a hidden, unidentifiable power. Well, that's awesome, but vague and ambiguous. It'd be nice if at least the user of the ability properly knew what it was. Why can't I know what my powers are? Uh, as far as I could tell, that power was the ability to devour the essence, the soul, of what I killed, thereby stealing their stats and skills. As a side effect, my empty stomach filled. I had the potential to grow exponentially stronger, depending on how I used my gluttony from here on out. But I wasn't about to just start murdering people either. I mean, yeah, of course not. But I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of, like, behemoth monsters in the forest or something. Either that or I could just, like, kill an ice cream. What to do? The answer was simple. Monsters roam the wilds just outside the kingdom of Cypher. If I killed them, I could take their skills and stats. With my stats, where they were now, I stood a good chance of defeating low-level monsters. I could make a new start as an adventurer. Then one day, I would be stronger than a holy knight. When that happened, Raphael and the Berserk family would have to crane their necks to look up and see what I had become. Just thinking about it made me want to dash out of my hovel and start monster hunting. But it was far too dangerous to go after dark, even for someone of my new stats, so I decided to get a good night's sleep and head out in the morning. Actually, I was supposed to gatekeep for Raphael early the next morning, but you know what? I wasn't going to go. I would take Valeric's orders no longer. I had a new boss, and her name was Lady Roxy, and if the meeting with her father 2 days from now went well, he'd hire me. An honest, decent life awaited me. For now, I'd focus on tomorrow, get equipped, go monster hunting, and grow stronger. I closed my eyes and consciousness quickly faded. I woke to the sound of calling birds. I fixed my bedhead in my broken mirror, brushed my teeth with a tree sprig, and dressed. Then I took a small leather pouch from where I had hidden it in a crack in the wall. In the pouch were my life savings, 2 silver coins, painstakingly earned over 5 years. A silver coin was equivalent to 100 copper coins, and 100 silver coins converted to a gold coin. I'd never even touched one of those. Others might have laughed at my 2 silver coins, but I'd gone through multiple hells to earn that money. It was my getaway savings, for the day when Raphael was done with me and I feared for my life. But that worry was gone, at least for now. Instead, I would use this money to invest in monster hunting equipment. With my two coins in hand, I bounded out the door. The kingdom of Cypher consisted of 4 districts. The castle sat in the center, and around the castle were the districts to the north, east, south, and west. The Holy Knights' training grounds were located in the northern military district, and special weapons and armor were developed there. The kingdom's high-ranking Holy Knights lived in the Holy Knight district to the east. The southern merchant district was packed with stalls and shops selling all manner of goods, including weapons, daily necessities, and food. The western residential district was where the common folk like myself resided. From the allocation of the districts, one could see how well the Holy Knights were treated. Their business took up half of the city. I headed to the kingdom's busiest, most bustling district, the merchant district. I pushed past the residential district's crowds and into the merchant district, which was lined with red brick buildings. From there I slipped into a back alley filled with stalls and ringing with spirited voices calling to passerby. This was the other side of the merchant district. I'd come here because I only had the 2 silver coins. I'd be lucky to get my hands on a worn-out second-hand weapon. With what I was wearing, I didn't stand a chance of getting into an establishment for high-grade weapons. In other words, I'd come to the marketplace for everything people didn't want anymore. I was searching the stalls for selling second-hand weapons when a chubby middle-aged man called out to me. He threw me a friendly smile and seemed kind enough. "Are you looking for a weapon, my friend?" "Yes. How'd you know?" "I've been doing this a long time, and I watched you work your way down the row. You don't have the eyes for anything but weapons." I was a little taken aback. He was spot on. This salesman was a smooth one. Well, won't you take a look at my selection? Numerous weapons, the most I'd seen so far, were laid out along his table. And what's your budget today, my friend? I told the merchant of my 2 silver coins, and his friendly attitude melted away. What do you mean? I've got 2 whole fucking silver coins, man. It took 5 years. It took me 5 years to save for that. Heck, I was kind of like thinking, I should only tell you I had the 1 silver coin, because I know you'd probably try to haggle with me to get my whole fucking silver coin, so that I could at least have another silver coin to get something else, because I know I need something more than just a weapon. That's not enough supplies. I'm not trying to be cheap here, but I'm also want to have enough to not die. Okay, not a sliver of his earlier... What do you mean you're not friendly? I haven't said anything rude, and I have 2 whole silver coins. 2! 2 of them! And it's not like you're selling the brand new stuff. I'm at a thrift store, man! Not a sliver of his earlier kindness remained. There was only his hard eyes looking down on me, like those of Raphael and his siblings. I knew it, he said. Just another one of the poor. How? I have 2 silver coins! How are you calling me poor? I have 2! 2 of them! I can't believe I'm... What? Okay, come on. If 5 years' wages can't afford a freaking dagger, it's not like I'm trying to buy a holy enchanted weapon that can, it's not like I'm trying to buy a lightsaber here, man. Are you kidding me? With the 2 silver coins, you can buy any of the scrap from that corner. That trash should suit you just fine. I was so hopeful that I'd get a good weapon. He knew I didn't have the money to purchase a series. How? Again, I'm not trying to buy the Death Star. I just want a sword. It doesn't have to have magical powers or anything. It doesn't even have to be a big sword. Just something that I could use to kill a thing with fangs and teeth that's trying to eat me. What else am I supposed to do? Just go up to monsters in the forest and just start, punching them like I live in Minecraft? He knew I didn't have the money to purchase a serious weapon, even though we're at the second-hand goods stall. But even if I got mad, and even if I stormed off in a rage, it would be no different in any other stall. Why is everyone a rude jackass? My best options were still here, where I was at least had an abundance of junk to choose from. Okay, well, at least one of them's pointy. I can stab something with it, right? I mean, heck, I could sharpen it with, the sole of my shoe, right? I took each of the old weapons in hand and analyzed them with Identify. They were all right. They were all right on the brink of their durability levels. A few swings and they'd shatter. Lost in despair. At least we have the Identify skill so that, we know how bad of a deal it is. So we can at least find something usable. A few swings and they'd shatter. Lost in despair, I rummaged through the weapons until I found an old black sword. Oh, wonder what it's made of. Is it made out of obsidian? I mean, here's the thing. Technically, an obsidian sword does sound pretty cool, but I'd imagine a real-life obsidian sword would be more... It'd be hard to forge, and it'd probably be more likely to shatter, but it would be really cool. I found an old black sword. As I laid my hand upon it, a voice flowed into me. Buy me! You will not regret it! It was a husky... I definitely did not do a husky man voice. Buy me! You will not regret it. We'll try again. Okay, husky male voice. Husky male voice for a telepathic sword.
By me. You will not regret it.
I think that works. It was a husky male voice, speaking through my telepathy. On the one hand, magic sword. On the other hand, the fact that telepathy works with the sword means my sword is alive. Can I feed my sword chili? Can I just, have a bowl of chili and start spoon feeding? Here you go, sword. Here's the airplane. Rear. Is it wrong to patronize a sword that's alive? Or can I use it to eat applesauce? What about pudding? Does chocolate pudding exist? Ice cream! Though soft serve would be better. Okay, off topic. Okay, anyway, I hope everyone out there had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Bye, guys.